Hi there, it's Liz. In this video, I'm going to show you how to use NEARPOD to launch a lesson when your students aren't using their devices. So you just want to show the lesson on your big screen. I call this the look up here option. And one of the benefits of using NEARPOD just on the screen is it might be easier for young students, and you can kind of talk through some of the prompts and enter an answer as a class to some of the questions. In this case, you'll be making a self-paced code on your device. Let me show you how that's going to work. So in an earlier video, I've shown you how to find the lesson and add it to My Lessons. When you're signed into Nearpod, you'll see them in My Lessons, and you'll see all the tiles for the lessons that you have. You'll be able to arrange them into folders, which you can create using this plus folder. But I want you to see on the tile, when you hover over it, you've got some options here. We're going to click on Preview. Let's see what that does. When you preview, it's going to show you the whole lesson. You can choose this blue section. It's going to show you each of the slides. Another thing you can do is edit down here. When you go to edit, it's kind of a nice view because you can scroll and see all the slides in the lesson. I want to point out, if it's a text slide like this one, Nearpod saves that as a flat image, so you can't edit the content on those slides, just so you're aware of that. But sometimes there's some extra information here that you want to delete that teacher talk slide so your students don't need to deal with it. Or in another lesson, you might find that you find a great math lesson, but it goes too far and your students don't need to know the extent of the skill. So you just want to use maybe 5 or 6 slides out of that lesson. You can come in and remove them. When you're done editing, you would choose save and edit, save and exit. Now, for the digital citizenship lessons, please don't remove any content from those lessons. Once you've got your lesson the way you want and you're familiar with how it's going to go, in this case, you're going to choose self-paced. And when you click on self-paced, it's going to give you a code. Now, this code is good for 30 days. So you can set this up ahead of time before your lesson and just make a note of this code in your plan book. On your device, you're going to either maybe on your Chromebook or your computer, you're going to go to join.nearpod.com and enter this code when you're ready for the lesson. My favorite way, though, is use your iPad in the Nearpod app. And one of the reasons for that is you can easily walk around the room. Here's what that's going to look like when you are ready to show the lesson on the big screen. You're going to go to join.nearpod.com or open the iPad app, and you're going to type your join code in right here and choose join. This is just you doing it. Your students don't need to. It's going to ask you to sign in with Google, which you can do, or since it's just you can just choose join as guest if you'd like to. It'll ask if you've chosen to sign in with Google. It'll make sure that that's you. Yes, continue. And then after you sign in, you're going to see the lesson. This would be up on the big screen TV for everyone to see. And then you can discuss as you go. You might see a question prompt. You could discuss this question with your students, type in the answer, and then choose submit. It's going to say, got it, your answer's been submitted, but you don't need to review it with your class because you just created that answer together. When you get to the end of your lesson, you can choose exit. And that's all there is to launching a self-paced lesson that you can go through together with your students all together on the big screen. This is a really great strategy as your students are learning how to use Nearpod, no matter how old they are. I hope you enjoy Nearpod.